Right by the... Let me down! Let me down! Let me down!
Kids were playing cricket on the street. Their ball smashed a window. When they went looking for it, spotted the body.
Female, you said?
Yeah.
ID?
Nothing yet.
Just a minute, gents. Thank you. How long's she been in that place?
Pathologist reckons anywhere between 18 months and 2 years. Victim's name is possibly G. Waterson. At least that's the name on the medi tag she was wearing. I'll run it, see what comes up, eh?
Try Grace. Grace Waterson. She was kidnapped 2 years ago. $1 million ransom was paid, but she was never seen again.
Pathologist reckons there were no signs of major trauma. So how'd she die then? Starvation and dehydration.
The insulin shock might have made things a bit quicker for her. Grace was a diabetic.
So she was just left there, tied up and gagged in a bath. Pretty much.
This is about red faces, everyone. Red faces for the serious crime squad who stuffed up the ransom demand and have got nowhere since. Red faces for command, for obvious reasons.
In other words, they're all running for cover, protecting their asses.
And Wilton.
It says here that Grace Waterson was last seen leaving work and that her abandoned car was found behind a factory in Altona. That was 2 years ago.
Correct.
The serious crime couldn't get a sniff. How do you expect us to get a result after all this time?
Gives you a chance to show off, doesn't it? Offer a different perspective. A reward of $100,000 has been posted.
So if this is sold through private channels, it costs the department money.
Yeah, precisely. And then we're the ones with the red faces. I don't want that to happen. So consider yourselves in a race and make sure you win. Thanks, Senior Sergeant.
So it's about the money. What a surprise.
Well, it might be about that upstairs, but not here.
Even so, Sarge, 2 years.
Reckon.
No argument. The fact remains this is now our case. We start here, the ransom exchange. Simon, Wilton, go through the surveillance material, then check out the site firsthand.
Okay. Serious crime put the ransom in this bin in a backpack. They'd set up early for an intercept. However, the kidnapper was ready even earlier. So while they're still heading for their hidey holes, he rocks up on a trail bike, wheels through here, grabs the cash, takes off down there. And he's gone down this trail, got to the bicycle track, followed it out over that way.
Where he could have gone in any direction.
Yeah, only he didn't. And they didn't locate his real escape route until he was long gone. Something he prepared earlier. Cut a hole in the fence. Here. Vroom, vroom, and through he goes.
So how do we get around this thing?
Not around, Sarge. Over.
In your dreams, Joiner.
Long walk?
Better than broken bones.
Okay, so the kidnapper came this way down the track that I just followed. Then out here onto the service road, a loop up and around onto the highway, and he's away, home and hosed.
What, with every cop in a 50K radius on the lookout for a bloke on a trail bike carrying a big bag of money? I think not, Grasshopper. Well, maybe had a van stashed here, a small truck or something. Whack the bike in the back, take off while serious crime are busy scouring the area a couple of Ks back that way.
Yeah, it's a good point. Want to stay out of sight, so a pickup vehicle makes sense. What's up, Sarge?
I know this place. I was here a couple of years ago. It was hit-run call-out. Mory Biederman was my partner.
Hi guys, can I sit where I got?
You want to give that away, Mory, it'll kill you.
Looked like a train rolled over him.
Or a car, several times. They made sure of him, didn't they? Sounding healthy there, Mory?
Pointless quitting now, Wilton. May as well enjoy the time I got left.
Bet your doctor loves you.
You're looking good. Lost a few pounds.
Kilos, mate, kilos.
Still can't think in metrics. So what's this all about? It's been a while since I've been in this joint.
You remember Stephen Markham, hit run?
It's the last case before I retired. Sure, yeah. Put that guy, what was his name? Stuart Gella. Put him away for it.
That's the one. Well, something's come up. Thought your input might be useful.
You really think this is a good idea?
He was a good cop in his day, Stanley. He's been depressed. I just want to cheer him up. Here you go, Mark.
Sorry about that. So you think the kidnapping of Grace Waterson and the hit run are connected?
Well, the ransom exchange and the hit run occurred within a few Ks of each other on the same day, within the same time frame. So unless you believe in coincidences, which I don't, these two things are connected.
Mory, could you fill us in on the hit run?
Better than Sparky could. Suppose I can give it a go. We cleared it the same day. Got an anonymous tip-off. Gave us a partial on the van and a mention of a red-haired driver. Turned out to be a bloke named Stuart Gella. Van was still parked in his driveway when we got there.
Claimed he'd been in bed all night, most of the morning.
Passed out, drunk. I said to him, we've got a witness, Chinchina.
So, no alibi?
No, and a drink driving history as messy as his van.
Did you ever get an angle on the witness?
Nah.
It was a call to the Richmond station. No recording, public phone, no leads.
Besides, the van gave us everything we needed. Dented bumper, smashed headlight. Gella hadn't even cleaned the blood off the bull bar.
So you're thinking that the van was used after the ransom exchange? What, to load up the bike and to clear the area?
I'm wondering, what if the hit-run victim, Stephen Markham, wasn't a victim at all? What if he and Gella were a team? They kidnapped Grace Waterson.
But if Gella and Markham were involved in the kidnapping together, how do you account for the hit run?
Greed. Maybe Gella decided he wanted to keep the ransom money for himself. So he killed his partner in crime, ran him down like a dog.
It's a hell of a big jump, Sarge.
No, it's a theory. I reckon we should follow it up.
Agreed. Let's get Gella in here and talk to him.
You're not serious. You actually think I kidnapped somebody?
This woman.
Look at her. No, I refuse.
Mr. Gella, all I'm asking...
I know what's going on here, okay? It's the same as last time. I'm being set up.
Never heard that one before.
Who's this?
Well, my theory holds it could be one of our kidnappers.
Or leave me alone.
We know that you ran down and killed Stephen Markham. There is no doubt about that in our mind.
I was set up.
Forensic evidence said otherwise. The victim's hair and blood on your van.
On the grille, the headlights, body tissue in the treads of the tyres.
Nothing to say I was driving. Now, you drag me in.
Commissioner, are we wanting an update?
Nothing.
You guys
Sir?
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Been over the findings again. There were spots of engine oil on the floor inside your van. From a trail bike, maybe.
I've never owned a trail bike. What bike?
The one Stephen Markham used to get away from police with the ransom money. Just before you ran him down and took off with $1 million all for yourself.
We have the trail bike, Mr. Gella. The oil in your van matches the oil in the bike.
You guys are shooting in the dark.
No. We found Grace Waterson's body, and we know that you just left her there to die. So here you go. Have a look at the end result.
Look, your mate's already put me away for something I didn't do. I told Laurel and Hardy back then, and I'm telling you now, I was stagger home full down drunk the night before that hit and run. Same as I was nearly every night. And I was still asleep at home in my clothes when it happened. I'm innocent, okay?
Well, what if he is?
No, he can't be. Doesn't matter how convincing he might be, the evidence says he's lying.
Well, think about it. Gella said he used to get drunk every night. If someone knew that, they'd be able to plan the theft of the van.
Use it, return it, no one's any the wiser.
But why not just dump it? Why return it? I've read the case notes. The van wasn't broken into, it hadn't been hot-wired, and there was nothing to suggest that he wasn't the driver.
And nothing to suggest that he was.
So why steal his van in particular?
I don't know.
Did you investigate Markham during the hit run?
We had no reason to. He's the victim. We had our man, Gella.
Don't look at me like that, Sarge. I'm just trying to bring that fresh perspective to it.
Right. A perspective that suggests me and Mory beat him and sent an innocent man to jail.
What's his problem? What do you reckon? He's just been told he's stuffed up.
It's just a theory.
Yeah, okay, it's a theory, but you have to rub his face in it.
Let's check out any previous owners of the hit-run vehicle. Maybe there's an extra set of keys in the mix.
Don't worry about it. The young Turks looking to make their mark.
Mory, we could have screwed up here. And if we did, we got to put it right.
Sarge? Mr. Peterman?
Join her just on time. You're sharp. Scotches, thanks. Top shelf, doubles, no ice.
Hot shot.
No, he's okay. He's learning.
Come on, Sparksy, we did the job.
Yeah, maybe not probably.
My book, he was guilty. That's a given.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Bernice Waverley's got Stanley on a clock. Posted a $100 grand reward on the kidnapping. She doesn't want to see her walk out the door.
A reward? You never said anything about a reward before?
Well, what's to say? It's always about the money. Don't go getting any ideas, Mory.
Why not? Got to come up with something, mate. I blew all the super plan specialist bills. Can't leave Wanda with nothing, not after 30 years of marriage. This lung Lizzo, mate. I'll be lucky to see the year out. I need to put things right.
Mory, you're dreaming.
I'm not a cop anymore, I'm a civilian. I qualify for the reward. You could shoot me a bit of info, keep me ahead of the game. It's no harm.
Hang on a second, I am still a cop.
26 years, mate. Got to be worth something.
Sarge. You're in early?
Where's mine?
Where think you've been?
I'll just go through the hit run. Widows come up in the world. Face ring a bell?
We have to get the message across that these tragedies shouldn't happen.
She's the toughest sentencing woman.
We have to demand
PSDD. Toughest sentencing for drink drivers.
by a drunk driver. There's a grieving partner, a child without a parent, a family. They all deserve justice. That's what TSDD is about.
I think we should talk to her about her husband.
About whether her husband was involved in a kidnapping. Sure, that'll go down well.
We're not going to tell her that. Just go with the flow, joiner. Follow the expert. Nice day for it. Sorry, Mrs. Markham. We tried the front door, no answer.
Who are you?
This is Detective Joyner. I'm Senior Sergeant Sparks. You remember me? I investigated your husband's death.
Of course. How can I help you?
Just some questions, if that's all right.
Why? The man who killed Stephen's in jail.
Yeah, he got 4 years. Not long enough if your campaign's on the money.
It is.
Campaign's been very successful.
Sorry, and you are...
Ben Ward, manager and publicist.
Right. Well, you come a long way since we last met, Mrs. Markham. Pool, extension. Looks like you're doing all right for yourself.
Times change, Detective. Now, what is this about?
Oh, like I said, just some questions.
What questions? I thought the matter was dealt with.
Yeah, so did we. Unfortunately, things have come up.
What things?
Did your husband change his daily routine in the weeks before he was killed?
Not that I can remember. Why?
He wasn't behaving strangely or being secretive.
Nope.
No money troubles.
I'm sorry, what is this about?
You ever heard of Grace Waterson?
No, I haven't.
She was kidnapped a couple of years ago. $1 million ransom was paid, but she was never found.
And what has any of this got to do with me?
Well, not with you, but there's a theory that when your husband was killed, he was collecting the ransom for Grace Waterson. Only the person he was teamed up with decided to keep the money for himself and did the squish-squash on your husband.
I want you to leave.
Right, okay. Just in case you think of anything. Thanks for your time.
I thought we weren't going to mention the kidnapping.
Oh, I felt the need to rattle her elegant cage, didn't you? Gut instinct, Joiner, mine just rumbled. Maybe your mates weren't so far off the mark after all. Just hang on. Mory, this is not what we talked about. You're following me.
Just checking things out, mate. It's public thoroughfare. So you're talking to Rachel Markham, eh? Think she's involved?
Don't go getting ahead of yourself.
I remember her. She was as cheap as a 2-bob watch.
Turned into a Rolex.
So, does she know something?
Mory, just bugger off, will you? When I've got something to tell you, I'll phone. This is between you and me. We don't want the whole world knowing.
Okay. I'll wait for your call.
What's going on?
Nothing.
It's your mate Mory, isn't it?
It's all under control.
Someone tells me that something's under control. Usually it means there's something that has to be controlled.
You leave the worrying to me. You just focus on the investigation.
I don't even know who we're investigating anymore.
We got to find out as much as we can about Rachel Markham.
Yeah, Jen, it's me, Si. Can you start a full background search on Rachel Markham?
What, dating back to the death of her husband?
No, further if you can. Full financials, credit check, the lot.
You got it.
Thanks.
The Markhams had a major mortgage on their house and a sizable overdraft too.
Had?
The debts have been getting paid off in instalments since his death.
So how's she been doing that and paying for these renovations you saw?
Dunno. Hubby's insurance?
If she's using the insurance payer to get rid of debts, why not do it all at once? Save on interest, I would.
Maybe she's not using the insurance. Check this out. Before he died, Stephen Markham owned a panel beating and auto mechanics business. Guess whose van's been in there 3 times? Last time, just a few months before the hit run.
Stuart Gella's.
And at the time, Rachel Markham was working there as a receptionist.
Great opportunity to access keys and copy them.
Get his address to suss out his habits.
If all this pans out, that really does make Stuart Gella innocent.
That could also put Rachel Markham behind the wheel of that van, killing her own husband.
You're suggesting Rachel Markham murdered her husband and is now living off the proceeds of a kidnapping?
There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, there was 24 hours ago.
She got an insurance payout for her husband, Sarge, but it was bugger all. He wouldn't go anywhere near covering what she spent.
See, I think the money from the ransom and the insurance gave her an opportunity. Not just to tack a couple of rooms onto the back of the house, but to get out from under. Be somebody. Motive.
Whatever you find out, talk to me before you do anything else, understood?
Maybe there's something you could do for us. We need a search warrant.
For what?
Well, she's got to have that ransom money stashed somewhere. She dips into it whenever she wants it. I figure it's got to be close by.
Like in her house, for example.
Exactly. So if we could just get the warrant...
Forget it, Wilton. You're on a fishing expedition. No way will Waverley come at a warrant.
But I'm dead right about this woman, Stanley. She's up to her neck in it.
Do you agree with this interpretation, son?
Yeah, Sarge. Gut instinct.
Come back to me when you've actually got something that I can take to her, apart from speculation and gut instinct. Wilton. Remember when you came back, said you wanted to join the crew?
Yeah.
You said you could be a mentor to these guys, not lead them into a minefield.
Won't happen, Stanley.
Make sure it doesn't.
Bloody gut instinct.
You said it.
You don't tell that to the boss. All right, no warrant. So we got to dig deeper.
The business manager. This Ben Ward. What do we know about him?
Bugger all.
So let's find out if he knew Rachel Markham before the kidnapping.
You think he's involved?
It's worth a try.
Right. Run another check on Rachel while you're at it. Right down to what ballet teacher she had when she was 6.
What are you going to be doing?
I've got other things to take care of.
Like what? Things you got to get under control?
Just get everything you can on her before she turned herself into an icon for justice. Yeah, Mory. Murray, it's me. Rachel Markham's looking more and more likely in my book. Looks like Gella could be innocent. Time to stir the pot a bit, I think.
Rachel! Long time no see.
Do I know you?
Mory Biederman. I was the detective on your husband's hit-run case.
Just your colleagues. Now, I've already told them there's nothing I can help them with.
If you lot don't stop hounding, we'll be making an official complaint.
I just want your opinion on a theory.
Another theory.
You and hubby kidnap Grace Waterson. He picks up the ransom, and you kill him with the van that you'd borrowed, keep the money for yourself, and leave Grace to die a slow death.
You're mad.
We found the body, Rachel. Starved, all dried up. It's a pretty horrible way to kill someone. Worse than running over them, really, wouldn't you say?
If you don't leave me alone, I'll sue.
Fair enough. In the meantime, we'll just keep picking away at it. Have a nice day.
Rachel?
Shut up.
Light the fuse and stand well back.
Where's mine?
Sarge, got something for you. Rachel Markham has a record.
What sort of record?
Juvenile to start with. 15, she stabbed a man in the neck with a pair of scissors.
Said he tried to assault her. Maiden name. No one's ever made the connection.
Told you she's a scrag.
5 years ago, Mrs. Markham was questioned about the torching of a car after a dispute with a neighbour. Nothing was proved, so it went away.
Give me the paperwork. Let's see Waverley say no to this.
What about Wolfie?
Not here. Doesn't need the grief anyway. I'll tell him once I've got it.
No.
Come on, stabbing, suspected torching of a car. It's got to be worth something.
It's ancient history. You know as well as I do, Wilton, you can't get a warrant based on what someone might or might not have done in their past.
Look at her. Look at what she's done. My guess is we barely scratched the surface when it comes to Rachel Markham.
Please, I'm busy, so unless you've got something further to add...
What's the story here, Bernice? You worried Mrs. Markham's going to get in the ear of the braid and make life unpleasant for you?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Just calling it as I see it.
The only thing you see, Wilton, is what you want to see. You have no case against Rachel Markham. You know it, and I know it. So I suggest that instead of blaming the inadequacies of your investigation on others, that you go away and do your job.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be watching Rachel Markham.
She's in a TV studio filming some community service ad or something. Don't think she's got the money stashed there, mate.
Just as long as you're on her when she gets out.
I've been doing some digging on Rachel myself. You know she's a serial litigant?
No smoking in here, Mory. What do you mean she's a litigant?
Civil cases. None of this would be on her file, mate. Manicurist for personal damages. Clothing company for supposedly reneging on a promotional contract.
Or grab some money. Pattern.
Best of all, just over 2 years ago, before her husband was killed, she sued the old people's home where her mother was staying. Building was declared unsafe or something. That lawsuit fell on its face too.
And?
The director of the home was hurt in a hit run a few weeks later. No witnesses, no case.
Panel beating business would be a great way of covering up something like that.
That's what I thought.
Still got it, Mory. Not that it'll make any difference to Waverley. She just wants the whole thing to go away.
Suits me. Gives me a free run at the reward money.
It's not about the money, Mory. We put an innocent bloke in jail.
Okay. But give me another 24 hours. Maybe I can come up with something solid, or maybe she'll do something stupid after that wind-up we gave her.
Just be careful, all right? We're not as young as we used to be.
What's she gonna do? Kill me? She can join the queue, right behind lung cancer.
Join her, it's me. What are you up to?
Say that I'm happy.
Oh, sorry, Cal. Sorry.
It's me, Sarge. It's not Kelly.
Jeez, I must have dozed off. What time is it?
It's 7-ish. Look, Sarge, I got some questions.
Too early.
No. You told me you wanted us to watch Rachel Markham. But instead, we're watching your old mate Mory while he watches her.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Like I said last night, it's complicated. You're better off not knowing.
Better off not knowing. Better off out of it. It's under control. Shouldn't some of this be up to me? Either we're working together on this or we're not.
That's a good idea.
I want to know what I'm into.
All right. I'm trying to make something right. Mory's trying to make 100 grand.
What? You're feeding him information. Jesus, Sarge, you could lose your job.
Well, worse things could happen. You could lose yours. Which is why you know nothing about it, all right?
Sarge.
Shrivel. Oh, bugger. Mory, no. Get out of here. You were never here, neither was I. Now go.
Sarge!
Go! Come on, Mory, don't be bloody ridiculous.
Jeez, Sparky, it's not supposed to be my heart that gets me.
Come on, mate, we're out of here.
I was working on getting in. She's not going to do anything stupid, so I reckon I need to look for some hard evidence.
Leave it to us. We'll get a warrant. We'll look.
Over beneath Waverley's dead body by the sounds of it. A couple of minutes tops.
God's sake, Mory.
Just look around. I'll search the bedrooms.
What are you looking for?
The money, you dickhead.
It's a complete waste of time. Even if you find it, it's inadmissible. Mory, come on!
Ooh, kinky.
I'd be completely justified, you know.
Okay. It's okay.
You stay exactly where you are while I call the police.
I am the police.
Not unless you've got a warrant, which I very much doubt. Get off me! Oh! Get off me!
Time to leave. You think so?
I'm gonna bury you bastards!
What the hell was Sparky thinking?
He was trying to beat him in a favour.
At our expense. Now we have to give statements to ethical standards. Yeah, thanks very much, Sparky.
Hey, he made a bad call, Dunny.
A bad call? He planned the whole thing, Side.
Duncan's right. He should have known better.
I would have done the same for you lot.
Yeah, well, we're not bloody retired, are we?
No, and you haven't put an innocent man in jail either. So just think how he feels.
So, let me understand this, because quite frankly, I'm having trouble believing what I'm hearing. First, you break into Rachel Markham's home with Morris Biederman. No warrant, nothing. The pair of you act like common criminals. Right so far? I'm not hearing you, Senior Sergeant.
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
And if that's not serious enough, your actions are further compounded by your having passed on information about the investigation to Morris Biederman, a civilian.
I was just trying to help him out. I mean, he's dying. His wife is...
A civilian, Senior Sergeant? Did you have any knowledge of what was going on?
No, ma'am.
He didn't.
No. The question, why not, comes to mind. And Joyner?
No, ma'am, he didn't know either.
The surveillance, anything?
I didn't tell either of them. I mean, if you let us apply for that warrant, we...
Oh, so this is my fault, is it?
No, of course not. I'm just saying if we
I
had
think
the
you've
warrant...
said enough for one day, Senior Sergeant. Well, what happens now is out of my control. This has to go upstairs.
Fair enough.
And if that wasn't the case, I'd cheerfully stitch you back into a uniform myself. Now get out of here, find Biederman and shut him down before I have him arrested. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Wilton. You've gone too far this time. I can't help you. No one can. It's up to command now.
Hey.
Bring me a new one, did you, Sarge?
Not personally. She's booked me in for the operation, though. Listen, I'm sorry if any of this comes down on you blokes. Not my intention.
Intention and outcome are often two different things, Sarge. We worked on this for you in good faith.
And now we're going to have ethical standards all over us. Thanks for nothing, Sarge.
Listen, I'll be put on the griller first. I'll make it clear none of you had any knowledge of what was going down.
That's great. But like I said, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm sorry.
What?
Well, what are we supposed to say? It's all right, never mind. It's not all right.
You're lucky you've still got a job.
Am I? You lot really piss me off sometimes.
The use in toxic situations, chemicals. Sparksy, mate.
Mory, where are you?
Any fallout yet?
Oh, a few tons of bricks coming down.
Duck and weave, mate.
I think I ran out of moves, mate. So did you.
That retirement home that Rachel Markham sued.
Look, whatever the deal is, leave it alone.
They found asbestos in the walls. Really nasty stuff. So ugly that they can't even pull the place down. Now, I'm guessing that that's where she's got the ransom money hidden.
Mory, you got to pull your head in. Waverley's going to chop it off.
Have to catch me first.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Look, if I knew which way was up on the internet, I wouldn't ask you to do it, believe me.
Okay, here's one that fits. It was closed 2 years ago. It's awaiting demolition.
What's the address?
153 to 159 Beaumont. That's where we found Grace Waterson's body.
Ka-ching.
What, you think that's where she stashed the ransom?
Mory does.
Maybe you can get back in Waverley's good books, recover the ransom money.
Or what's left of it. Look, thanks for that, Joyner. You stay here. Bloody hell, Mory.
Looks like your mate beat you to it.
Looks like none of my friends listen to me, no matter what I tell them. Mory! Mory! Come on, you old bugger, where are you? Just take a look down there. Where are you, mate? Boy, Christ, don't do that.
I love the mask.
Why the hell aren't you wearing yours?
Too late for that, mate. Rachel Markham's got one, though. Found it in her bedroom. Then I got to thinking about this place and why it closed. She'd need the mask to keep coming back, make withdrawals. It's a perfect hiding place for the money. Come on, I'll show you.
You found it?
Too right I have. Knew I'd be here, huh?
26 years, mate. Of course I did.
Still beat you to it. Senior Sergeant, I'm now giving you information leading to the recovery of the stolen ransom.
Yeah, just show me where it is.
It's in here. I haven't touched it. Santa Claus had found his way blocked.
Geez, only about half it left by the look of it.
Still have to pay the reward money. I'll be...
Jesus Christ. Stop, police! Stop or shoot! Call an ambulance!
I'm still breathing, you silly bugger. Gella.
Yeah. Just hang in there, Mory. Try to get that bloody ambulance! It'll be all right, mate.
Yeah, right. It wasn't just about the money, Sparky, not really. It was the buzz.
Yeah, I know. Can't beat it, eh?
Bloody cancer sticks. You make sure one to get some money.
Mate, you'll be picking it up yourself.
You always were an optimist.
Sorry, Wilton.
No, you just couldn't hang on.
You'd better get yourself checked out, running around in there without a mask.
No, it was only for a few minutes. Joiner. Start a dialogue with the Department of Corrections. There's a man in jail who shouldn't be there.
Yes, Sergeant.
Not too badly hurt, I see.
Broken ankle. I'll live.
Good. Because you're going to be in jail for a long time. I'd hate to see you miss out on that.
Get stuffed.
Just enlighten me on one point. Why'd you kill your husband? $1 million ransom wasn't enough. You had to grab his life insurance as well.
He was a gambler. He let me down. He lost all our money. I couldn't put up with that. Not again.
Plus, it gave you a chance to grandstand about the iniquities of drink driving.
Believe it or not, that wasn't planned. It just happened. I was actually doing some good there.
Shame you couldn't have shown the same compassion to Grace Waterson. Very cheeky, Rachel. Keeping the money in the same place you left her to die.
What? She was in there?
You didn't know? And here I was thinking you were just a callous bitch.
Stupid bastard. He was meant to kill her and bury her.
Looks like he let you down again, doesn't he? Oh, here come your mates.
Mrs. Markham.
Enjoy your swan song, Rachel.
The mystery of the missing $1 million ransom for kidnapped murder victim Grace Waterson has finally been solved. The money has been found in an abandoned building by a member of the public and police. Tougher sentencing for drink drivers founder Rachel Markham has been arrested and charged with the murder of her husband and the kidnap of Grace Waterson.
You're to clear your desk until command decide where you're being posted.
Back and beyond, no doubt.
You should be thankful you've still got a job.
Will that be all then? I've got a funeral to arrange.
Wilton, regardless of the outcome, you made some serious errors of judgment.
I'll remember to quote you when I deliver Mory's eulogy. You see that reward goes to his wife?
I'm working on it. I can't promise anything.
Look, just because he's dead shouldn't mean he goes unrewarded for the work he did.
It's because he's dead he's not under arrest.
Don't try me on this, Bernice. Everyone has a skeleton in their closet. Mory was a good mate and a bloody good detective in his day. He deserves better. So does his wife.
Well, I told you I will do my best.
Thank you. I'll go and clear my desk now.
Am I being suspended?
For what?
For helping Sparky?
You weren't there. That's what your partner's saying to me, and that's what I'm saying to command. You were just there at the end because you thought he might need backup, which he did. Good call.
Yes, Sarge.
Sticking by your partner's important, Simon. So is recognizing when they're out of control.
Sparky knew exactly what he was doing. And I'd probably do it again, too.
It's good for me to know that. Now, you get out of here.
Can't beat a hard copy.
This is crap.
No, that's what you get when you break the rules, son. Busted out of CI off the whoop-whoop. Don't you forget it. You know, Kel doesn't mind. She works from home, so country will be a nice change.
Take it easy, Sarge.
No hard feelings.
Not from me.
Freeman,
Sarge?
keep those suits pressed. Stanley, now keep that young bugger Joyner in line. He's prone to doing stupid things.
You've taught him well. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I know. A loyal idiot, though.
Good luck, Wilton.
Sparky. Trophy. I'll run another copy. Senior Sergeant.
Sarge?
Oh, bugger me.